Question 6. The two-way table shows some information about where 50 people went for their last holiday. So we have our male and female as two options down the left here, and along the top we have the three countries, UK, Africa and USA. We then have these total row and this total column at the end, and our grand total of 50 in the bottom right. So just to highlight that, 50 is this total of 50 people. The aim of this is to look at the abundance of adding sums that we have here and try and figure out the missing pieces. So if we add together all the males, that will give us this total here. If we add together all the females, that will give us this total here. If I add the UKs, that will give us the total here. If I add that and that will give us 16. I'm just adding these together. Then we have the total UK plus total Africa plus total USA equals grand total, and lastly total males plus total females equals grand total. And why am I putting them in? Because this is just basically sort of a game of dominoes where we look at these adding sums and see which ones have a piece missing, whether or not that's the answer to the sum or whether or not we have to do a takeaway sum to fill in the gaps, and we just fill in the boxes one at a time. So there are two that immediately spring to mind. We have this sum here that has a missing piece. We have this sum here that's a missing piece. Now, to be honest, it doesn't matter what order you do them in, so I'm just going to take them one step at a time. So the Africa one, we have something plus 9 is 16, which means that something is going to be 16 take away 9, which is going to be 7. So we have 7 there. Then our totals here, we have 23 plus something is 50. So that something will be 50 take away 23, which is going to give us 27. Next, we look for another gap. I see 2. We have this sum here that we can figure out one of the gaps, and we also have this sum on the top. So each time you get one of these numbers in the two-way table, another gap will present itself that you can figure out. So the top row, we have something plus 7 plus 2 is 23. So that means if we do 23, take away 7, take away 2, we will get our answer, which ends up becoming 14 there. For the middle row, we have 16 plus 9 plus something is 27. So our something will be 27, take away 16, take away 9, which gives us 2. So 2 goes there. And then these two sums here will fill in the last two gaps. We have 14 plus 16, which I don't need to write down other than putting the answer there. 14 plus 16 is 13. 2 plus 2 is 4. And then if you want to double check to make sure, what you can do is try and complete any of the rows or columns that we've not done before. So this row here we've not used. 30 plus 16 plus 4 is indeed 50. And that's it, yeah. Part B, what percentage of these 50 people were female and went on holiday in Africa? So that means female and went on holiday in Africa. There were 9 people out of our grand total of 50. So our fraction is 9 out of, no, it doesn't want to play ball. Here we go. 9 out of 50. If we want to turn that into a percentage, we either multiply it by 100, or if the fraction's nice like this, we can think about just rewriting that fraction out of 100. If we double the top, double the bottom, we can double the top, so we end up with 18 out of 100 for 18%. You could just take that fraction and multiply by 100. That would also give you 18%. Done.